Hello everyone, it's Troy here from Tennis Warehouse, and for this week's vlog, we have some playtester picks, but specifically we have rackets that we like for one-handed backhand. So we have some of the playtesters here that hit one-handed backhands. I'm throwing myself in the mix as a part-time one-handed backhand, and I will apologize, we don't have the vlogman Chris Edwards here today, but we'll do the best we can. So I'm gonna start off with the rackets that I choose as some of the ones that I enjoy when I'm hitting a one-handed backhand. And the first one is the Yonex Percepts 97. We have it in this beautiful cosmetic, the Midnight Navy. Now, I have a history with this racket going back to some of the older versions like V-Core Pro 97. And usually I like the heavier ones, the D and the H, but more so on my two-handed backhand because it's a little more plow through, and with two hands I can kind of maneuver a little easier. This one's more maneuverable, a little easier to whip around, very precise, very comfortable, and I like that it has the 16-19 string pattern to give me a little easier launch angle and lift on the ball. So just a really maneuverable, precise, and comfortable racket for the one-handed backhand. And then the other one I have is a Prince racket here, the Phantom 100P. And the thing I love about this racket on the one-handed backhand is that it has so much feel and so much comfort. It's absolutely very plush, that really thin beam here, and also the round head shape. It gives me a really big spin window. The string spacing, really easy to spin the ball when you're going for that top spin one-hander. So I like to hit a lot of spin on that one-hander, and just really comfortable, really plush, keeps my arm feeling nice and comfortable there. And I like to add a little bit of weight in the handle just to make it more head light. So those are my picks when I'm hitting the one-handed backhand. And now we're gonna throw it over to Mark, who hits the one-hander.
As a full-time one-handed backhand player, I chose two pretty different rackets that both complement my one-handed backhand and my game in an overall sense. Let's start off with a more traditional frame here. This is definitely my favorite radical that I've played with overall out of all the radicals I've played with. This is the new Radical Tour. It is a 305 gram frame paired with that 1820 pattern. I would definitely refer to this as a point and shoot racket. And one of the reasons why I do like this so much in my one-handed backhand, like Federer says, when asked what is his favorite shot, it's the one-handed backhand slice. That's a great reset shot. And this racket is ideal for exactly that. Keeps it nice, low, and linear over the net, and keeps it from bouncing up high. So in an overall sense, I absolutely love this racket. The comfort's great, the swing weight, the balance, all makes this racket very easy to play with, but it especially complements my one-handed backhand. And the second racket, going from traditional to modern, we have here the new Solinco Blackout 300 XTD Camo version 2. It's a long racket for a long name, and this racket is definitely modern, but the way they've constructed it, it hides its length well, so I kind of get that cake and eat it too effect. I get the extra reach, the extra power, but with about a 7 or 8 point tip light balance, it is very maneuverable. And again, like I mentioned with the Radical, this longer racket, as extended frames seem to do, really complements my backhand slice and topspin backhand as well. That little extra length gives me a little more torque, plow through, not to mention reach. So although this is a modern frame, definitely the way they constructed this racket, it is very comfortable as well. So again, a cake and eat it too response. I get that modern easy power without that modern stiff feel. Now let's toss it over to another resident one-handed backhand. Let's see what Manish has for us.
Thanks, Mark. I have two very different rackets here for you guys today. I have the Head Prestige MP, and I have the Wilson RF-01 Pro. I'll start off with the Prestige. I like this racket because of its string pattern and its stability. The string pattern alone lets me clock the ball with a lot of speed, keep it low, and still keep it in, whilst the stability, when I'm playing against the bigger servers we have, I'm able to just put the racket out there and let it do its job, especially on returns, when you're getting that ball coming right at you. Anything that's off of the center with any other racket, it just tends to buckle and just fold. This one, I've yet to have any stability issues with it in stock form. So really like this racket for it. Moving on, I have my racket of choice, the Wilson RF-01 Pro. This racket I really like because of its spin potential. I am not the biggest spin hitter, especially on my one hand. It's very hard to add that racket head speed, but with the slightly open string pattern, I'm able to get that ball to go over with the net clearance and still dip in. And for the modern game, I feel like that's a bit more important. Also, this RF01 Pro is a lot more stiffer than the Prestige MP, so I'm able to get a little bit more free power as well, which again, modern game, really like it. So these are the rackets I have for you guys today. Two very different ones, but still very good for the one-hander, both of them. I'm gonna move it on to Oak to see what he has for us today.
Thanks, Manish. While I don't quite hit as many one-handers as you do or Mark, I do like to return with my one-hander. It feels a little bit more natural for me right now. And anytime I get a shoulder height ball or above, it's actually easier for me to get up and reach that ball with a one-hander. And I usually need something with lots of control to help bring the ball back down and shape my shots effectively. So typically I'm gonna go for denser string patterns on my one-hander, such as the Solinco Whiteout 18x20 Extended version 1. It's actually a little bit crisper than the updated version 2 that's coming soon of this frame, but I do really enjoy how this racket plays. It's just a super fun extended length option. You don't really see anything else out there with an 18x20 string pattern and an extended length. So super unique racket and really effective for me personally when it comes to shaping that one-hander back down into the court. Whether I'm rolling the ball up the line or pulling it hard across, it's just a really, really reliable experience. Elsewhere, I have been hitting this T-Fight 305S from Technofiber quite a lot lately, and it shines for me on my one-hander and my two-hander, but on the one-hander, its upsides are its maneuverability. Just such quick handling, really enjoy how it cuts through the air so seamlessly, and it just feels very, very solid upon contact. I do think that's largely owing to that foam-filled interior that Technofiber uses here, but again, just a really solid and fast frame. And again, that 18-19 pattern is gonna be very helpful for shaping the ball back down. It's not quite as dense as the 18x20, but it is of course denser than the 16x19, so you're getting very good reliability off the string bed. And again, for such a denser pattern, I do think it's quite spin friendly as well. That's all we have for this week's vlog. Thanks for watching.